Last time I got the Sanguine Dust from the hard mode Theater of Blood, then I got the Quest Cape doing all of the quests blind, and then I lost the Quest Cape, and then I did a 30-minute soul fight with range only, which brings us to today. I opened up 2 paths in the last episode. One led to 1,000 easy casket opening reward, so I'm working on stacking up some clues right now. Hopefully I should have them done soon. But the other path led me to another collection log room. For this collection log, I tried to do a few things. First, I tried to do Vardorvis to finish my Soul Reaper axe. Then, I tried the Theater of Blood to get my last raid pet. And then I did some more Theater of Blood, and then more hard mode Theater of Blood. Let's be honest, I mostly did Tob. It quickly became obvious to me, though, that I just need to go get my quest cape back. I believe this quest is the first quest with a guaranteed collection log at the end, so it's going to auto-complete my current room. Starting the Red Reef quest. The reward from this quest is the Bosun's Bench, which will allow your crewmate to automatically repair your boat as long as there are repair kits in the cargo hold. This is going to be pretty useful for me because I've been slacking on sailing and I still need a lot of items from the sea. See, now this is what I'm talking about. This is what I imagined all those mermaid dives we did during the sea charting would be like, instead of just what we got, which was a chat box. This should be the end of the quest, so we get our Bosun's Workbench schematic. I'm pretty sure I still have to read these, but yeah, just automatically get a collection log. I think this makes a quest cape with 0 collection logs impossible. It might have been impossible before, I honestly don't know. Time to go clear this room and check out the new challenges. So collection log, we obtained you. Start at the bottom, I guess. Complete a Coliseum with left click on all items being dropped. This is actually kind of hard, but scary. Kill 20 unique bosses starting from scratch. Or win an LMS game taking no upgrades. The LMS game probably actually wouldn't be that difficult. Which one of these 3 should I do? You know what? I think I will do the Settled Boss Challenge. I'm a little bit curious, killing 20 unique bosses starting from scratch. Sounds kind of fun. For the boss challenge, I need to see how many unique bosses I can kill starting with no gear. I can only use the drops I get from the bosses, but I can sell them on the Grand Exchange and buy stuff with that money. As many of you know, I'm a filthy Ironman, so I can't use the Grand Exchange, but my good friend Maps let me use his account for this. Once again, thank you so much for this, Maps. It seems like it's in my best interest to start with the Wilderness boss. Calvarion is technically a 0 damage boss, and if I die on the first boss to a PKer, that's not really a big deal. I don't even need to pray except for the dogs that spawn, so it's pretty simple. I am going to try to do a little bit of piety, maybe flick it a bit, but I don't have prayer potions, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for me.
WTF, LOL.
And here we go, finishing the first boss of the challenge. If I can hit. This has actually been a pretty long fight, longer than I thought. Let's see, what type of loot do we get? Uncut diamonds. I don't think that's worth a lot. I got myself a black salamander. I did the Barrows brothers on a PvP world. I killed the giant mole. I killed Spindle, Scurious, and then a Moxiodle. And then I was going to have the most legendary Fasani's Nightmare fight. But it was at this moment, a Twitch chatter informed me that I was doing the whole challenge wrong. I guess I'm supposed to go in order from the lowest level boss to the highest level boss. So I guess I have to restart this challenge. It was at this point the wonderful Audie made a list of bosses ordered from the lowest level to the highest level, and much like Settled and Solo Mission, I'll be skipping Slayer bosses, the Mimic, and the Corporeal Beast. Time to do this for real. We are starting the correct way at Brutus. Ooh, Bottomless Milk Bucket. This is untradeable. But if I can get my hands on a nature rune and a fire rune, this might actually be the best drop to start out with. 79 GP from the stake, which isn't too bad, but I'm pretty sure that can't afford a... Oh yeah, that cannot afford a nature rune. Trying to see what I can afford, and the steel scimitar is exactly 79 GP. This is somehow perfect, if it buys at least. I might... Okay, well, I was hoping it would buy right away. I thought that would be perfect. I waited for a bit, it didn't buy, so I'm just gonna go with the normal steel sword. It's pretty cheap, and I can buy it overpriced because I'm rich. We actually got it underpriced. Nice. I should be able to get an attack potion, which I think should help me a little bit. These are super cheap, but they should be pretty beneficial to my next boss. Here is Obor, hopefully completed, unless he kills me. They changed the loot on him, so you pretty much get nothing good from him because they added all of his loot to the chest. Yeah, I got a grimy guam leaf and some bones. I mean, we lived though. That's all that matters. We're alive. Hey, if you're liking this video, please consider subscribing. It helps me out a lot and I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. If I get a Barrow's piece right now, it would genuinely make this challenge so easy. Please just give me something. That's possibly the worst reward I could have gotten. Bryophyta going down, but she's kind of like Obor, where you're not going to get good drops from her because all of her loot was moved to the chest. Yeah. I'm going to be doing the Gemstone Crab boss in a PvP world. And there are actually people here. I was hoping an MVP, but I actually think the top 10 people or so get ores, so it shouldn't be a big deal that people are here, unless they decide to PK me, which would... that would suck to die at the Gemstone Crab. Does this boss drop good things? I feel like I look pretty sketchy and these guys don't trust me. I'm a little bit tempted to maybe try to attack him. All right, we got an appearance from Momo, and he's got Smite on. Let's turn Smite on as well. Let's see if we can scare this guy just a little bit. We got 2 emeralds and a ruby. That guy didn't even mind the gemstone rock. I thought he was in a PvP world to make sure he could get the gems, but he's just in a PvP world for the love of it. There's no way. I'm out of tar. I only did like half of this dude's life. Maybe I can use my trusty steel sword. But I think this guy's pretty tanky against melee. Yeah, no, I'm actually probably gonna abandon this and go to the Grand Exchange and buy more tar. Honestly, it was so embarrassing to have to do something like that. Monkfish. Not a lot of money, but I might just eat it, to be honest. This guy kind of slapped me more than I'd like to admit, so we're flinching him. We got a sapphire. It's not nothing. Time for what is genuinely my least favorite boss in the game, Scorpia. Every single time I come here, I get PK'd by somebody. Oh, yep, there's the PK already. Come on, dude. Look at me. I have a black salamander. Honestly, look at me. Please. I'm gonna let you live? No way. This is genuinely, this is the first time that this has ever happened in Scorpia history. Thank you so much to that guy. You're a legend. No, there's another guy. Please. Come on. Look at me, please. Just begging for forgiveness. Nobody wants my black salamander, right? He actually didn't kill me. They were probably on a team together and are talking with each other. Would be my only guess. That's actually hilarious to me that we got away with that. Chaos runes sell for a little bit of money at least. Giant Mole has the chance to be pretty decent depending on what we can get from the bird nest that we get from his claws and skins. He is pretty RNG, but I guess all bosses are RNG. I hate spending my whole life chasing down this idiot mole. Okay, that was probably the longest boss fight so far. Amulet of Strength, direct upgrade, Mole Claw, and Mole Skin. We can trade these in for bird nests at Wyson. So that should be some decent GP, to be honest. I think that's kind of bad seed RNG, but it's something. The worst part about some of these bosses is just the run to get to them. With the Moxie down, I think we are now officially halfway through the challenge, and that is some pretty good loot, I'm not gonna lie. We are not gonna pull a white cat today. This is pretty much just like the wilderness version. Ooh, but we got bolt tips. These are worth a lot of money, actually. Look at that. There are people who I think are trying to hunt KBD killers. I actually thought I was going to struggle a lot more with KBD, but my food is looking really good. I barely used any potions, so this was nice. And we always get dragon bones, logs. Probably one of the better drops I could have gotten here. I have to go kill Hespori now, so this is going to be kind of awkward if Maps doesn't have Hespori planted. Okay, it looks like Hespori's planted. We can go on with the challenge. I'm actually going to pull out a Hespori seed, though. Wait, who doesn't use the seed vault? Please have a Hespori seed. I just don't want to steal his only Hespori if he needs it later. Okay, he's got several Hespori seeds. I thought everyone was a seed vault lover, but I guess not. Kind of interesting. It really can't be overstated just how much the Black Salamander carries this challenge. Add a seed is ooh, spirit seed. That might actually be the best thing I could get. I'm pretty sure we can trade these in for a seed pack, which will have like 10 different seeds, and that should be pretty good money. Trade in my spirit seed to Guildmaster Jane. And I think these are the highest tier packs, so we should get some pretty decent stuff. U seed is good. I think Renar seeds are good. I honestly don't know seed prices. I'm too Ironman for this stuff. I used a lot of supplies getting down here, but I think between flicking and safe spotting, I should be able to kill them all. The Dagannoth Kings only show up as one boss on the collection log, so like the Barrows brothers, I'm only counting them as one boss for this challenge. Prime is down. I might just go YOLO run and grab his stuff. Hopefully Supreme doesn't see me. He's somehow not seeing me. I'm so close to him. I was for sure I was about to aggro Supreme. This is perfect because Rex is pretty easy to safe spot. Once again, Black Salamander is the MVP of this challenge. I tried to safe spot, but a steel kite shield. I think just trading hits 1-to-1 with the Chaos Elemental is best, but man, this boss is kind of frustrating. Keeps teleporting me, keeps taking off my gear. Hopefully we have enough supplies. I think we should be fine. Officially 3/4 of the way done with this task. And we got a lot of Chaos Runes, which should be some good money. I would like to point out, we realized we messed up a little bit here. The Excel sheet my lovely wife had made pulled combat levels from the wiki, and it pushed all the bosses with multiple variants down to the bottom of the list. So bosses like Scurius or Calvarion got skipped because the wiki pairs them with another variant. I'm not going to restart the challenge because I think, honestly, they would just make it easier, but if you're wondering, that's what happened to those bosses. I am going to buy a Ceradomin sword for Seracnus, just because a crush weapon would be pretty nice. Seracnus was a bit more of a challenge than I thought, if we're being honest. We got some more Chaos Runes. I feel like we're getting Chaos Runes from a lot of bosses now. I need to kill Skatizo, so hopefully, please Maps, please have a totem in your bank. What a legend. He is prepared. Settled and Solo Mission both did the clues from this task, if I remember correctly, so I think it's fair game if I do those as well. Skatizo does have a very long death animation, but there we go. Oh, actually, 25 Battle Staffs. Even if we don't get anything good from the clues, 25 Battle Staffs is worth a lot of money. Hard and Elite clues are now completed, so at this point, we just pray to the RNG gods. Wish me luck. Some rune items would be good for Alex. I honestly don't know what's good GP from hards. Maybe God Dehide? Black Dragon Mask and Rune Plate Legs. At least we got him a collection log, so that's pretty cool. Black Dragon Mask, I think, is a clue item, so maybe it's worth something. And then we get to the Elite. Chance for a third age, maybe? Or a Mimic? That is disappointing, I think. Maybe a little bit of GP, but these don't alch for much. Yeah, that's not a lot of GP. Just like the Dagannoth Kings and the Barrows brothers, I am counting the Perilous Moons as one singular boss. Somebody taught me there's some step under timing. Right when you see blood shoot out of your body, you step under and click on him. I think it's supposed to lower the damage you take. Not exactly sure, but I'm going to do it because I think it looks cool. That is the third moon killed. I know moon gear is worth quite a bit. It's probably unlikely I get it, but if I do get it, that's going to be pretty nice. Well, not a ton of money, but it's something, I guess. I'm trying to step under Calphite Queen in between steps, but she is smoking me. Her little minions have trapped her, so now I can pretty easily flinch her. Thank you to those little guys. Oh my god. No way. No way the fight has taken so long. These guys are despawning. We're not even to phase 2 yet. Here we go, phase 2. This boss is the definition of jank. I have no bugs to trap her, so I'm just spam yellow clicking in between flinches. This is not ideal. Okay, she went near a wall and some of her minions spawned, so we were able to trap her again. It's very nice. I was trying to flinch her with the rune crossbow, but I guess you just can't flinch with a rune crossbow because she would hit me every time I tried. The bugs disappeared again. Oh my god. I don't know if this is gonna work. This is terrifying. Oh, thank God we killed her. I had no more food. That was scary. 60 magic logs, that's some good money. And a couple prayer potions, those are just useful. And the Royal Titans have been defeated. That was actually a very fun challenge. I don't even mind how RNG it ended up being. It kind of added some fun to it. There are probably some people who thought that challenge was maybe a bit too easy, and maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. My goal is for challenges to push my skill level, but still be within the realm of doable. This is very hard for people to design a challenge or for me to even pick a challenge that pushes me, because when I hear something like 20 bosses from scratch, I don't know exactly what to think and how easy or hard it is. But because this series is largely centered on progression, it's nice to have challenges like this, because there are very obvious challenges that can be commented on to push me even further. With that all being said, let's open the door we just unlocked for killing 20 unique bosses and see what we can see. Always do the fun part of revealing the tiles. Of course, it is a collection log. Every room starts with a collection log, but we do have another branching path. So it's going to be kind of similar to our last branching path with something fun to open there. So we'll for sure have to do this one challenge once we get the collection log. But then once again, we'll have the choice of 3 challenges. And then we can see something a little bit different as we get ahead. So hopefully we can open those doors in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you think of a cool challenge, make sure to comment it down below, because if I fail your challenge, you get 100 million GP. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.